Welcome back. How you doing in your guitar journey? Hope you're having a good time and rocking on here with us at Next Level Guitar. I want to clear up a little bit of confusion because sometimes I get emails from students and they kind of get confused between notes per beat and beats per minute and what's the difference. So I want to go over that, and I also want to give you some more work to start on your metronome. Okay, you probably watched before this the intro to using the metronome. Okay, and now I want to get into it a little bit further and give you a little bit of work to start doing with it, and then we'll continue with it in lessons coming. All right, BPM means beats per minute, and that's basically the tempo of the song. So on your metronomes, you have a dial or a slide or a button, depending on what kind of metronome you have, where you could change the tempo. You could change the beats per minute. Right now this is 92 beats per minute, and I could make it faster, increasing the tempo to 116 beats per minute, or make it slower down to 63 beats per minute, right? Now we're back to 92 beats per minute, okay? So your BPM means beats per minute, and that's basically the tempo or the speed of the song, or progression or piece or whatever. Now, notes per beat is totally different. The amount of notes per beat can change within your beats per minute while that's staying the same. See, notes per beat is like your quarter notes where you're playing one note per beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes, now I'm going to be doing, instead of one note per beat, I'll do two notes per beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or 16th notes, 4 notes per beat. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 2E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So the number of notes I put in per beat can vary. I can mix quarters, eighths, and 16th, but the beats per minute, for the most part, is going to stay consistent. Okay? So let me give you an example of that, and this is how you can use your metronome to help you with your timing and your rhythm, and we'll be doing some exercises with it. But for this, I'm not even going to be plugging the guitar in because I want you to mainly hear the metronome. And for a lot of this, when you're first starting with the metronome, grab the strings with your hand because it's easier to hear that sound matched up to the click than a chord. You'll see what I'm talking about when you try it. So if I set it at 92, so I have the metronome set at 92 beats per minute. That's not going to change. And that's what you want to get your foot tapping to. And if you play your quarter note or one note per beat to that metronome, it'll sound like this. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Eighth notes to that same 92. You have to do 2 notes per beat now. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4, 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, right? Notice I'm changing the notes per beat, but the beats per minute are staying the same. 16th notes. Get that time, lock that in. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 2E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4E and a 2E and a 2E and a 3. Okay, and you should be locked in time. Listen for that beat, okay? So try going, just not even playing a chord, going from quarters to eighths to 16ths, just holding the guitar strings, locking in with the metronome. It'll sound like this. It's a great exercise for your timing. Now that you know the difference between notes per beat and beats per minute. Okay, so get that foot going with the metronome, and we're going to try to go from quarters to eighths to 16ths without stopping. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. 1, 2, 3. Quarter notes. Locked in, right? Eighths. 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3. 16s. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Quarters. Switch back and forth. You gotta stay locked in. See how long you can go. Ace. Okay? So try that going, just holding the guitar strings, because it's going to be easier for you to hear the clicking sound on your guitar than a chord. And then try going to a chord. And let's do the same thing, 92 beats per minute on a G chord. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ace. 16s. Quarters. Ace. 16s. Right? So let's try a progression now. Let's go C to an A minor, to an E minor, to a G, all open chords. And you could do this with all your progressions, right? But let's try it first with a quarter note, and then let's roll through eighth notes and 16ths, and then you can get into your strum patterns and whatnot, okay? So let's try it. Remember, lock in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notes. Eighths. See how long you can go, mixing it up without coming out of time. Try different strum patterns. Okay, so what I did there was when I went to the 16th, I did it with the strum pattern. But again, you got to be right on that click. Okay, so practice it at first till you get the hang of working with the metronome, and you can do the strum pattern with clicks. You don't have to necessarily play a chord, right? So if I turn the metronome on and lock into that with that down, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? Down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, right? It'll sound like this. Okay, so you should surely be coming down and feeling where that one is, especially, but ba da 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 ba, really feel those beats, and then practice it with various strum patterns and practice it with various chord changes and really try to work going from the 8ths to the 16ths to strum patterns, and it's really going to get your rhythm and your timing down just stupendously. This is a great tool and everyone should have one. And really, you know, listen when you're playing. Those downstrokes especially should be coming down in many instances right on that beat, okay, on the metronome. And you really lock it in and really feel it when you use your hand covering and not even playing a chord. Ba-da-ba, whack, 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 da-da-da-da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, you know, so you really feel it. So I want you to start working with the metronome. Start easy with the quarter note. This is going to take some time to get used to. We're building here, okay? And we'll have more exercise coming with more metronome use, okay? And don't get discouraged. It takes time. Keep with it. You can do it. Lock in, get rhythm, and I'll see you in the next lesson.